Your kid sucks and it's your fault. That's something I often say to sporting parents. Like, you know the kind of parents I'm talking about. He's watching his kid's game and he's yelling at the coach, "Put my kid on the field more. My field is better than that. He's better than that kid. Put him on the field." You know what? Your kid is not better than that kid. He sucks. And it's your fault. Why? Because from a very young age, you're a lazy parent. Instead of, when you come back to work, tired, spending some time with your kid because that's your job, right? But instead of doing that, instead of taking time with your kid, you parked him in front of a TV because it's easier. Have you noticed that when you put a baby who's crying in front of a TV, they go quiet all of a sudden? You know why? Because flat screen TV, tablets, smartphone emit blue light. And that blue light creates a huge dopamine response. That creates a big pleasure response. A kid's brain is too fragile for such a strong stimulation. And that alone has caused the generation that we're seeing today, where kids are lazier, they're not motivated, they cannot accept a challenge. When they fail, they just abandon because they lack that dopamine sensitivity to be driven, to be strong, to have a strong self-esteem, to be well-adjusted. So that is really important to understand how bad smartphone, tablets, and all that. You know what? Okay, I will admit that I watch way too much Netflix and I play way too much Walking Dead on my smartphone. I think I still need to kill some zombies today to hit my quota. But if you overuse those devices, you can desensitize your dopamine receptors, and that will lead to drop in motivation, drop in drive, lower self-esteem, lower pleasure in life. So it's really important to minimize the abuse of those devices because they can lead to more serious neurological issues. If you want to be a strong-willed individual, if you want to be a good athlete, you should really minimize those tools as much as possible. And if you have a kid, they should not even be allowed to watch TV before 2. The brain is too fragile for such a strong stimulation. They can actually permanently damage their dopamine receptors. I'm not here to play more, like to give you a lesson. I'm no better than anybody. But I'm telling you from a physiological perspective, dopamine receptors desensitization is a huge problem in our society. Along with excess glutamate, you have a very weak-willed society. If that's something you want to learn more about, if you want to learn more about neurotransmitters in general and how they can impact your athletic performance and your capacity to build muscle and get leaner, be sure to check out the advanced programming course because that is the whole topic of the whole presentation.